So obviously, I'm on the road. Parts unknown, son. I can't be telling you where I'm at, son. I can't be giving you like inside skinny like that when I'm on the road, on the streets. I'm out here grinding. Another 2-1 heater last night. How'd you like that Magic? Boom! You love that play. And we hit the Braves, so there's a lot to talk about. We lost Seattle. DeGrom beat him, shut him out, 5-zip. So we'll get into everything, the baseball and everything else. But let's start with the Magic. You have got to be kidding me. That fucking beatdown was insane. Bancaro had 25. The Magic rolled to a 35-point lead in the first half. And then they win 121-90 going away. 31-point blowout. That's crazy. The Hornets just simply got bent over and done in the ass. So the Magic get the 8 seed, and in honor of that victory, they get to play the top-seeded Pistons in the playoffs. Have fun with that. And it starts Sunday in Detroit Rock City. They won this game with physicality. From the start, they were playing defense, and they were in the face of the Magic, and they were never in the game. Your boy Franz Wagner, 18 for the Magic, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Wendell Carter, 16, 6 of 7 shooting. Bane had 13, Suggs had 12. Who didn't fucking score on that team is the question. They led by 31 at the break. The biggest halftime lead in a play-in game ever in the NBA's history. I mean, the game was over. I was chilling the most. I knew the bet was going to cash at that point. Ball, who had been fined $60,000 for tripping Bam Adebayo, led the Hornets with 23, 21 of them coming in the third quarter. They started chucking threes, but the game was over by that point, and it didn't matter. We know what happened. There's no point talking about it. Blowout City, down at Mickey's place in Orlando. And then in the nightcap in the desert, it was all Suns. 111-96 over the Dubs. Kerr's contract is up. Curry's 38. Green fouled out. They were all hugging on the sideline afterwards like it was the end of the line, end of the road for this Warriors team that was a dynasty, winning all the titles in the city of Adebayo. Anyway, this was not their night. Jalen Green had a 36 burger with bacon on it. Booker a 20-piece with fries. Suns locked down Curry. They win at 111-96. They get the 8 seed, and they're going to face the champs, the Oak City Thunder in Oak City in Sunday's Game 1. Have fun playing the team with the best record in the NBA that won the title last year, but the Warriors season is over. The Suns move on, and they'll take it. Green shot 14 of 20 from the flow, including 8 of 14 on downtown threes. Jordan Goodwin, whoever the fuck that is, had 19 and 9 rebounds and 6 steals. Curry couldn't get going. He finished with just 17 on 4 of 16 shooting. Podziemski led the Dubs with 23. Phoenix led by 5 at the half, and then it was 69-53 with 5 left in the third. It was 85-72 with 10 minutes left, and it was good night, Irene. The Warriors looked like they had another comeback brewing. Curry hit a 3 that made it 85-78 with 9.5 left. But then the Suns rattled off 7 straight. The Suns avoided becoming the first team to lose both play-in tournament games on their home floor. That didn't happen. They won. The Zinger played with right ankle soreness. He got injured Wednesday against the Clips. He played 15 minutes and had 11 points. When is this fucking guy not injured? Suns win it. That's all she wrote. At the RBC at Hilton Head, Matt Fitzpatrick is the leader by a stroke over Victor Hovland. Let's go to baseball. The Cubs have been doing it, and the Mets haven't. The Mets have lost 9 in a row. Cubs bomb them 12-4 at Wrigley. Ballesteros, Horner, and Happ, all with home runs for the Cubbies. The Mets are falling apart. Baltimore 6-4 in Cleveland. Jeremiah Jackson hits a 3-run shot in the 8th. That was the difference. We had the Braves on a ticket, and they got it done 9-0 over the Phillies at the bank. Austin Riley homers not once, but twice for the Bravos. They're 13-7. The Pirates beat the Rays 5-1. O'Neill Cruz a 2-run shot to right. Brandon Lau went 3 for 5 with a couple of doubles. The Buccos are still in first place with the Reds. They won. We'll get to that. San Francisco 10-5 in Washington. Heliot Ramos a 3-run shot. Logan spinning a web pitch 6 strong innings for the Giants in the 5-run win. The Yankees beat the Royals 4-2 in the boogie down. McMahon comes off the bench, busts out of a slump with a tie-breaking 2-run shot. After their shitty series against the Angels, they finally beat the lowly Royals, who are now 7-13. Milwaukee beat the Fish in Miami in 10 innings, 7-5. Garrett Mitchell went 2 for 4 with 3 RBIs, including a 2-run double in the 10th that finished off the Fish. How about the Red Sox plating a run in the 10th and beating the Tigers 1-0 in Boston? They're now 8-11. Pinch hitter Yoshida delivers the RBI winning hit for the Bo Sox. Cardinals 9-4 over the Astros. Nolan Gorman a 3-run shot. Ivan Herrera a 2-run shot. The Cards went on the road. The Reds, as I mentioned, 2-1 winners in Minnesota. Eugenio Suarez a 2-run double, and that was all she wrote. Dodgers blow out the Rockies. Did you see they were like playing in snow? The whole day it was snowing ass in Denver. Didn't matter. They still played the game. Dodgers win at 7-1. Muncy homers twice. Glasnow looked fantastic. He allowed 2 hits in 7 innings of work. How about Soriano? Jose Soriano dominates again. The Angels snap the Padres' 8-game winning streak. 2-hit ball into the 6th inning of his 5th consecutive win. Moncada and Lowe homered, and the Angels cooled off the Padres. The Padres have been winning like crazy. Soriano recorded 8 strikeouts and lowered his ERA to 2.08 with just 1 run allowed in 32 2/3. He's been incredible. The Padres were killing it. That all ended at the Big A last night. I was on Soriano. I told you yesterday on Ferrall Unplugged. What else happened? White Sox 9-2 over the A's in Sacktown. Murakami, your boy Murakami, with a grand slam breakfast for the Chi Sox. Glad they didn't win the day before when we bet against them. We got it done. Texas 5-0 over Seattle. Nemo, a leadoff homer. DeGrom works 4 scoreless innings. Texas wins it 5-0 in the Greater Pacific Northwest. And in the desert, the Snakes 6-3 over the Jays. Arizona wins it. Soroka, his 4th win already. Arenado homered. And the Diamondbacks get it done at home. All right, let's look at what's happening on a Saturday, your weekend. UFC Fight Night is in Ferrallapeg, Manitoba, 8 o'clock, the main card, and no one cares. The NBA playoffs start, the real playoffs, not the play-in, the real playoffs start. You got 4 games, 1 o'clock on Prime. Toronto at Cleveland. Cleveland laying 8.5. 219.5 is the number. Yeah, that's going to be a good game. I still like Cleveland at home. 3:30 on Prime. Minnesota and Denver at the Ball Arena in the Mile High City. Denver's laying 6.5. 231.5. I like Denver at home, but I don't know about that number. 6.5. Yeah, I really don't know about that number. 6 o'clock on Prime. Atlanta and the Knicks at the world's most famous at the Garden in the Big Apple. People dressed in plastic bags, directing Travis, some kind of fashion show up. Yeah. The Knicks are laying 5.5. 216.5 is the number. And then at 8:30 on ABC in prime time, you don't have to stream to watch this one. You got to pay to watch all the other ones now in pro sports. It's going to be even worse in the fucking NFL. Anyway, Houston, the Rockets at the Lakers at the Krypton, Lipstick City. The Lakers are getting 5.5. How about the total 207.5? That's the lowest total of the day. I just wanted to give you tomorrow, so like Sunday, so you know all these playoff series are starting. Phillies at Boston at 1, 3:30 Phoenix at Oak City, at 6:30 Orlando at Detroit, and at 9 Portland in San Antonio. So that's Sunday in terms of the NBA. I just gave you Saturday's lines and when the games are and what channel they're on and everything else. All right, baseball, 1:35 Kansas City's at the Yankees. Cameron Diaz against Warren Miller Ski Films. 2:10 Cincinnati and Minnesota. Abbott and Costello against Ed Bradley. 60 Minutes, Ed Bradley. 2:20 Mets and Cubs. Peralta against Jameson Shots of Tyone. 4:05 White Sox at A's. Fetty Cheese against Severino. 4:05 San Francisco and Washington. Doogie Howser against Savali. 4:05 Tampa at Pittsburgh. Rasmussen against Skeens Day. Skeens on the bump, son. Look out. 4:10 Detroit at Boston. Scooble and Scott Baio. 4:10 Milwaukee at Miami. Woodruff and Alcantara. 6:10 Baltimore at Cleveland. Coffey and Kramer against Williams. St. Louis and Houston. Pallant against McCullers. 7:15 Texas at Seattle. Uvalde and Kirby's Dreamland. 7:15 Atlanta and Philly. Chris Sale and Dirty Sanchez. What a great matchup that's going to be. 8:10 Dodgers and Colorado. Sheehan against Feltner up. 8:10 Toronto at Arizona. Scherzer and Gallon of Milk. I still like Arizona in that one with Gallon. 9:38 San Diego and the Angels. Marquez against Kikuchi. Excuse me. So anyway, if I look back at some of these games, I still like the Yankees. I'm going to take the Twins to beat the Reds because I need them to beat the Reds. I really am. I'll take the Cubs. I'm going to take the A's. I'm going to take the Nats. I'm going to take the Bucks and Skeens. I'm going to take the Tigers. I think Scuba will beat the Red Sox in Boston. I like the Fish. And Baltimore, Cleveland. I'll tell you what, I kind of like Cleveland at home. I think McCullers will win in Houston. Can I get a Kirby's Dreamland on a Saturday? Can I get that? Keep an eye out in the profit place for the Braves and Phillies. I think I'm involved there. I like the Dodgers, and I told you, as far as San Diego and the Angels, I could see the Padres getting back on the horse. I really could. The Stanley Cup playoffs start on Saturday, and everybody loves hockey. Ottawa and Carolina in Raleigh. Carolina minus $1.51. 6 is the goal total. 3 o'clock on ESPN. 5:30 on ESPN. Minnesota's at Dallas at the American Airlines and Big D. Dallas minus 121 favored. 5.5 is the total. They got great goalies in this. And then I could see an under there. And then at 8 o'clock on ESPN, the nightcap's as juicy as it gets. They hate each other's guts. It's the Flyers and Penguins. Game 1 at the PPG in the Steel City. Pittsburgh's favored minus $1.46. 6.5 is the total. It's time for Fast Forward Ferrall and Your Facial. When we do all the stories that matter and even fucking ones that don't. I got them all for you here. So let's start at the top. I got a story about Connor McDavid. You know, I've been talking about him a lot lately because he's incredible. And, you know, at the end of the day, before the playoffs started, he got it done. He won his 6th Art Ross trophy, 48 goals, 90 assists, 90 helpers, 138 points. He's now tied for second all-time with Mario Lemieux. Le Magnifique. That's incredible. I want to just open that up and see, because it's more than that. Gordie Howe he's also tied with. You can't beat that. All right. As far as the Rocket Richard Trophy, McKinnon wins his first Rocket Richard. He finished the season with a career-high 53 goals. And, I mean, this guy got it done for sure. his 53 goals joins Milan Hajduk as the second player in Avs history to win the award. Congratulations to McKinnon. He is fast as shit. Nobody can stop him. Super Bowl champion Alshon Jeffrey arrested. Your boy Alshon Jeffrey busted. I got to see this story. Here we go. For insurance fraud this week. He was also busted for failure to disclose insurance benefits or payments, booked into jail. What's your boy doing? He did it in California, and insurance fraud is a felony, can carry up to 5 years in prison. I have giant birds behind me trying to eat me right now. Remember, he was a former second-round pick in the NFL draft. He played for the Bears and Eagles. Your boy Alshon Jeffrey in all kinds of hot water. Spirit Airlines is reportedly on the verge of shutting down, going under, as the company struggles to recover from bankruptcy and the rising fuel costs. After 12 years, NRG Stadium in Houston is reverting to their original name, Reliant Stadium, according to the Houston Chronicle. James Harden has never missed the NBA playoffs in his career, 17 seasons. They square off against the Raptors in the playoffs in the first round. A group led by Chelsea co-owner Jose Feliciano and his wife Kwanzaa Jones are buying the Padres, the Friars, for a record-breaking $3.9 billion. Will Anderson, the badass, is signing a 3-year, $150 million extension that makes him the highest paid non-quarterback in the NFL's history. The deal includes $134 million guaranteed. We all know how incredible he is and talented he is playing for the Texans. So there you go. He's loving life today with all of that money. Sad story, Garrett Anderson. Remember him? He played for the Angels forever, 3-time All-Star, died at 53, 17 seasons he played in the majors. Our boy, Paddy Pimblett, one of my favorite fighters, what a personality, and a tough badass. He announced that he's going to be fighting during International Fight Week in Vegas in July. So let's go. We don't know who he's fighting, we just know he's fighting. Aaliyah Boston has officially signed the richest contract in WNBA history. The Fever are signing the number one pick in 23 to a 4-year, $6.3 million deal. Wow, she's getting fat. I'll tell you who isn't getting fat together is Megan Rapinoe and Sue Bird. They just announced they're splitting up after a decade together. They met at the Rio Olympics in 2016, got married, they're breaking up, and that'll be the end of their podcast that nobody gave a fuck about. Aloha Stadium on the Big Island in Hawaii, Oahu, has been torn down. They're tearing it down like it's done. It's over, finished, kaput. We've seen all these stadiums and stuff replaced. I'll never forget when the Orange Bowl got torn down in Coral Gables. It was like a death in the family. Same thing here. I've been to Aloha Stadium for football games. They're tearing that down. Diana Rossini, who's been in the news for allegedly fucking the head coach of the Patriots, Mike Vrabel, she reportedly rescues an elderly man, right? Like, you know, she resigned. She quit her job before they fired her. Her contract was up in June anyway. I don't care who she fucks. But Rossini allegedly rescued an elderly man and his dog from a car crash. The car flipped over. She climbed up on top, allegedly, and yanked out the old man. I mean, what is she, Superwoman? And then she got the dog out as well. And then in a side note, I'm hearing that she allegedly fucked both of them. I'm just kidding. I just thought that would, be kind of icing on the cake if she fucked both of them. You know what I mean? Fucked everybody else, allegedly. I don't care who she fucks. I said this before on Fuck You, that I just am glad she's fucking somebody. I got no problem with people fucking. I really don't. Illinois guard Andrei Stojakovic, the former legendary NBA pure shooter's son at Illinois, is going back to Champaign-Urbana to play another season for Underwood and the Illini. A man in Texas is at large after allegedly killing a woman who was 8 months pregnant with his baby. What a guy. Guess he didn't want to have the kid. Speaking of transfers, St. John's guard Dylan Darling, remember he hit the last second shot on the layup to beat Kansas and Bill Self? Rick Pitino's boy, the guy with big balls, they call him Bells. He's transferring to Grand Canyon, where he'll score 30 a clip for that team. Oscar Schmidt, the heavy hand, the holy hand. Your boy, the pure scorer. Remember him from the Olympics and from international basketball, the Pan Am Games, beat the U.S. in the Pan Am Games by himself single-handedly. The holy hand passed away yesterday at 68. How about O'Neal Cruz, the only player in baseball with at least 6 home runs and 6 stolen bases? He hit another home run, a 2-run shot, last night at PNC. A Las Vegas man is accused of running an illegal bookmaking operation involving $8 million in bets at Nevada sportsbooks and offshore websites. I love when there's dirty gambling stories. I really do. Anyway, the Steve Kerr era in Golden State. 4 chips, 2015, 2017, 2018, 2022. He went 957 and 605. 957 and 605. You talk about a run and a dynasty and a job well done. The Hornets are the first team in NBA history to make fewer than 30 field goals, miss 30 or more threes, and commit 30 or more fouls. Wait, let me get this right. And lose by 30 or more points, all in the same fucking game. Regular season playoffs or play-in. And it happened last night. And we bet against them and cashed. Boom, baby. So it's the Thunder and Suns I was telling you. Phoenix flying into the playoffs. They'll fly to Oak City and get their ass beat by the Thunder. They face the champs. Anyway, the Angels I was telling you about, Jose Soriano's ERA. After 5 starts, 0.28. It's the third lowest ERA in the first 5 games of a season spanning at least 30 innings in the last 80 years. Trailing only Fernando Valenzuela in 81 when he had a 0.20 ERA. And then in 85, Fernando did it again with a 0.21 ERA. Alec Baldwin will face trial in a civil case alleging he was negligent when he fired that gun on the set of the movie Rust, killing the film's cinematographer. So a judge has ruled that he still has to face a civil trial. The family of the chick is suing Alec Baldwin. The nightmare never ends. That's everything on a Saturday. Make sure you keep an eye open for the Profits Elite and Max Profit plays. Any prop plays you might put up or push plays right before games start. Keep an eye open for my profit plays in the community. I've hit 12 of the last 15 bets, you bitch asses. You know that. That's what's up. Another 2-1 last night, 2-1 the night before. That's 12 of the last 15 bets have cashed for you. So everybody's happy, right? So you're good to go on a Saturday. Let's keep making some money. Enjoy the NBA and Stanley Cup playoffs. I know I'm going to. And hopefully I'm going to put up some winners for you today. And maybe I might even give you an extra play. Maybe I'll give you an extra play. I give you 3 every day. Maybe I'll give you 4. Maybe I'll be a whore and give you 4. That's what's up. I do really hope Diana fucks everything she sees. That's fantastic. Have a great Saturday, Shakeout.